Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you some of the new mindsets and habits that I've been adopting into my lifestyle and just new things that I've been finding helpful. You guys know I could literally talk about meditation, journaling, the law of attraction, manifestation like in every video, and I pretty much have. But I wanted to talk about some of the other mindsets that I've developed or learned, and hopefully they can help you as well. So this first one is something that I've really found a new appreciation for, and that is having the deep inner knowing that every single thing happens for a reason. And there's so many layers to this, but more specifically believing that if something doesn't work out, it only means that there is something even better, something that is more suited for you down the line, and it's just a matter of when. Say if a job opportunity falls through and maybe you thought you were gonna get it, but you didn't, there's probably just a better opportunity that's more aligned, like a little further down the road. Or if like a friendship or relationship falls through, it is almost exciting because you're like, okay, that just means that there's someone out there that is even better for me, that is even more aligned for me. And like just the idea of thinking about that person, that's super exciting. I feel like this type of redirection is such a blessing. And honestly now, like anything that hasn't necessarily worked out exactly the way I planned, or whenever something has fallen through in my life, I am now so grateful that things happen the way that they did, because there are so many instances in my life that just never would have happened had those first situations never occurred. So this next one is a habit, and that is to keep a tracker or like a log of all of your wins, your successes, your achievements throughout the month, but also like writing down things that you're excited about. And these things can be super small, and most of the time they will be super small. I feel like half the time I'm writing down things like uploading a video that I'm really proud of, or having a really like amazing self-care day, spending time with a friend, anything like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be like this huge goal that you're conquering, but I feel like this has helped me so much just take more pauses and actually acknowledge the growth that I'm making and the progressions that I'm seeing. And as someone that frequently finishes a task and then just immediately moves on to the next one, this has been just so beneficial for my mental health. This next one is kind of on a similar note, and that is to stop judging yourself so hard. We all need to be our own best friends first, and there's definitely a few layers to this one. First, I feel like it's so important to acknowledge that literally no one is paying attention that closely to you and to what you're doing. I feel like so often we all let our fear of looking stupid or doing something cringy hold us back from doing something that we really want to do. And I feel like another side to this is comparison, which is such a real struggle. I feel like everyone compares themselves in one way or another, whether that's in achievements, like how fast people are doing certain things, where they're at in their lives. That's definitely where I kind of fall in. Or if it's like physical appearance, that's definitely huge as well. But truly everyone has different timelines. We're all gonna do things at different times in our lives, and I think that there's something really beautiful in that. I definitely believe in divine timing. So just like as much as you can, remind yourself that everything is happening exactly as it's meant to, when it's meant to. This next habit is something that I've kind of applied throughout the last 5 or so years of my life, and that is to keep track of energy givers and energy takers. Just basically keeping a log. I would recommend over like the course of a week, keep track of everything that impacts you in a positive way, things that give you energy versus what things are depleting your energy. I feel like this is just a more intentional way of assessing your habits and routines. So I wrote out a little tracker of my own just to give you some ideas, some examples, or just like share basically the things that I wrote down. So basically anytime I noticed myself being heavily impacted by something that I've done or experienced throughout the day, these are just like small things, but I noted that down. And yeah, so for example, something that I wrote down as energy giving was using my phone intentionally, basically like going on my phone for a purpose, not just to like preoccupy time. My foot's already falling asleep. And energy taking, I wrote down doom scrolling, particularly when I'm anxious. I feel like we can all relate to being stuck on our phone and feeling like, okay, we really need to like get off our phone and go do something else just to kind of break the cycle that we're in, but you just can't stop. And then you're like getting into that doom scrolling energy and you just don't feel good after. Another energy giving thing that I wrote down was reading. I feel like this is the best thing for me to do when I'm overthinking. Particularly with fiction, it just takes you right out of your reality and transports you into a different storyline, a different plot. You get to read about other people and it's really fun. It's an excellent distraction, but it also doesn't leave you feeling drained like scrolling on social media does. Or even something that I actually wrote as energy taking was binging shows, which is something that I also love from time to time, but particularly binging shows when I simply just don't know what else to do. That's when it drains my energy. If I'm just like watching a Netflix show like in the evening, like that's a totally different story, but like watching Netflix during the day when I could be doing other things. And the last thing that I wrote down kind of goes hand in hand. On one side, energy giving is eating a healthy, balanced meal 3 times a day, sometimes more, versus just snacking, which is something that I just do from time to time. But naturally when I do that, I notice a huge decrease in my energy. Whereas when I'm having the full meals, I feel so much better. And it seems like such common sense, but I feel like it's something that we can all relate to. But yeah, this has overall just helps me be a lot more mindful about how things impact me and how they impact my mood, even if it's a very small thing. So number 5, this is a huge one, and it is one that, again, recently I have just been reminded of, and it feels like it's really hitting a lot stronger lately, and that is getting to know yourself so well that no one can shake your confidence. Naturally, throughout our lives, we obviously cross paths with a ton of different people, and every single person has different beliefs, perspectives, insecurities, fears, and if we're not careful, we can sometimes adopt other people's views and take them as our own when they're really not serving us. And that's why it is extremely important to always remain grounded in your own truth as much as you can. Asking yourself, what do you believe in? What are your perspectives on life? What are your beliefs? What are your core values? What are you seeking in life? And ask yourself, do I genuinely feel this way? Do I genuinely believe in this thing? Or am I just believing in this thing because someone else told me that that was true? And seriously, the more you can be grounded in your own truth, the harder it's gonna be for other people to shake your confidence. I feel like over the past like 5 or so months, I have kind of gone from like a really low point to being very stable and secure in myself. And the only reason I was able to do that was because I consciously reconnected with my own truth and reminded myself who I am, what I believe in, and what things I'm going to focus on in my life. So something that you guys may know about me, if you are not new to my channel, is that I have pretty much always struggled with anxiety, even from a very, very young age. And something that I found really helpful is reminding myself that somehow every year manages to get better. Whether that is me progressing in my career or my personal life, or I'm learning different lessons, or maybe I just had a lot of really fun things happen. In one way or another, my life gets better every year. At the end of the day, things just have a way of working out. So I don't need to stress out so much about my future. Of course, this is definitely easier said than done, but just reminding myself that every year gets better has helped so much, especially when I feel myself kind of slipping into those anxious thoughts. And the last thing that I want to leave you on is the reminder that not doing the thing is often way scarier than actually just doing the thing. Let's just for a second imagine being 10, 20, 30 years in the future, and imagine if you still hadn't pursued what you really wanted to. I don't know about you, but that thought terrifies me. So as much as pursuing things that we really care about is really daunting, you know, there's a lot of expectations there, you also get all of the excitement and the fulfillment and the passion that comes with that journey. And as much as it's scary, it's so much less scary than the alternative. So on that note, that is everything that I wanted to share with you today. I really hope that some of these messages resonated with you. I feel like these have just been so helpful in my own life lately, and when I've been giving advice to some of my friends, they've also found it really helpful, so I hope that it helps you too. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. You can also tick the bell icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. Oh, we were so close. As I was gonna say, here's my Instagram if you would like to see more content from me, and until next time, I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!